Alright, hello everyone, my name is Disc, Title Healer from the War Within. This is a Skyreach 15, same Oracle build as last one, and this is going to be one of those videos without an intro and editing. But my talents are same as last time. I'm playing Oracle with Torments. This is a full pug. Tank healing macro is set. All Radiance and Evangelism will fire at the tank by default. And we definitely want to kill the bird here, so I mark it with Skull. I set my focus. I want to get PI out and open with Evangelism, and then hit all of your Torment spells. Dropping Void Shield as I have it. And something else I changed since an hour ago. I have a new keybind. So I've always had a keybind that will fire personal shields, but now I have a keybind that will fire shields at tank. And that is, I think, nice. I'm experimenting with it, but by and large, whenever I have a void shield, it either goes on myself or the tank. And it's a much more frequent spell than Radiance, so having separate keybinds is nice. I think the DH was safe there, but I always like throwing a grip when it looks like someone's getting punted off. That was a pretty good save if you ask me. Switching targets to follow my dots for my penance. And I'm actually trying to play a little more aggressive in this run since the Magister's Terrace. Trying to get more executes this time. And but yeah, I saw I selected the targeted cast add-on. It showed I was picked with that single target attack. I gave myself a Desperate Prayer and a Void Shield. Okay, I think I play Evangelism here. Yeah. So Torments are 5 target cleave. This is 5 enemies. Okay. We have a new focus, the big guy, marked him with Skull. Switched my targets for dots. I grabbed an execute there that did not spawn a pet. Come on, devs. Okay, we just got PI as well. Sent it. That really sucks. If you replay that by a couple seconds, the mage was bleeding, and I gave him a full defensive penance, but he just chunked down. And that is a theme in this key. Maybe if anyone can chime in. The mage dies almost the whole key. He's fire mage? Are they less defensive? Should have painted up the mage there, to be honest. He had blur running. But staying in melee here, really important for our Psychic Scream. The casters, the pink ones, they have a repel. And if your team misses it, it's good for you to be in melee. Okay, drink, drink, drink. Boss timers here, pretty simple. I'm only tracking Phantom Blades. The other attacks still have audibles on, but I don't need to track their timer. And I think that's a good way to do it. But looks like this first one, you want to fade for everyone, Radiance into Evangelism, and was banking my Mind Blast penance. That was an at tank. Shield macro. Working on making it automatic too. Stay tuned if that's for anyone. Okay, so this one I did not have my Mind Blast right as the Phantom Blades went out, so I countered that with a Desperate Prayer. And the mage does die on this fight too. Let's see if we can spot what it was. I don't think it was a healing problem. Do they just not have a lot of personals? I don't know. Okay, but we have PI. There it goes. Also, whenever I can, I Radiance into Void Shields so we can dip into our Mastery. We just selected. Oh yeah. I think I saw what happened. I'd have to replay it myself. But he got punted into one of the mechanics that was laid on the ground. I'm going to say it was his own, but if anyone wants to check me. But that really sucks because he died around the 40% mark. That is a lot for 4 people to do. I missed my Mind Blast there in this evangelism. I hope I play it. Oh wow. Missed a whole torment, didn't play Mind Blast at all. Cringe. Tank healing macro came in handy there. Warlock went out of my range and he was dying. So I trusted that the Radiance would fire off the tank and heal the lock, and it did. Okay, so we're sub 20. Always want to play Execute before Penance. And we didn't spawn a pet. Come on, devs. Everyone, honestly, if you're playing pets or if you're playing Priest at all and are for the cause, make a bug report that our Shadow or Death Execute is still not 100% on Shadow Fiend. Let's have him fix that. Okay, this lock is living out of my range. Evangelism is almost up. PI is up. 1 dot. 2 offensive penance. And the play here, I've seen it more than once. I'm not sure if I agree, but we take these 3 solo. So I'm holding Evangelism again. That's a 5 target cleave spell. I missed an execute too. Let's see. I'm holding Evangelism for the Mind Blast. Let's see if I get all my torments this time. Yep. Evangelism, Mind Blast, Penance. Even got an execute. Okay, got it. Spamming for torments. Another execute. I think that's one of the more... I'll speak for myself. That's one of the more fun parts of playing Discipline is the target swapping and sniping executes. So I really cannot wait to switch over to better Blizz plates again and see our executes stand out with a color shift. I'm just so used to it. I think it's just like logically the right way to display them is change their color in sub 20. Platinator cannot do that at the moment. Okay, so in these fights, they're auditioning mechanics we're going to see on boss. We see it with an aura, and we see it with the targeted cast add-on before the damage goes out. But we have these single target attacks. And you saw right there, it went to the Warlock, gave him a Void Shield right beforehand. This is a great place for defensive penance. Pain Sups if you need it. Void Shields. Shadow Meld, I think I'm picked here once I get a melded off. Okay, Evangelism. Oh wow. Surprised he lived that one. So I gave a defensive penance into the mage. It was massive. He was targeted with 2 of them. Okay, I was picked with that one. That was a meld. Adding a couple dots to the field. Found an execute. Torment. And Shadow Mend when it crits. I tell you what. Okay, and I'm trying to say don't pull boss because I need mana. But I think this is one of the bosses where you can stay drinking even if it engages. Yeah, so just spam drink. Yeah, Oracle with Torment's better on the mana. Not as good as Voidweaver, though. Okay, and so with these, I think in the 15 range, it's a good idea to start practicing sharing them with your team, but want to play personals on each time you take one, so Fade. And heavily consider Defensive Penance. So that one went into the Warlock. Void Shield myself. Shadowman myself to full. And Cake. And so every other round is the Supernova. This is, you almost have to use Defensive Penance. A lot of defense in the second round because we're expecting the Supernova. Okay. So everyone's topped kind of except me. Great place for Desperate Prayer. And I used an Instant Radiance as a reaction to recover. I still have both pain subs. Those are great ideas for personals. But here we go, the weaker of the two. Mind Blast on attack. Defensive Penance. Shield. We have PI2, we need to get that out. There it is. And this is the more important one, so I believe I play a Pain Sup. I think you want to try and play it in time so it covers the Supernova too. Let's see. No, actually I don't think I did it on this one. Ooh. Okay. This was the uppies. The mage was not full health. Why is he dying so much? Is that just I need to get good or what? No one else is dying. Okay, that was a Defensive Penance. Always try and play at least a Flash Heal going into those to proc your 10% damage reduction. And we have Evangelism, which I'm going to want to play. This is the more powerful second one. Let's see how I play my personals too. I had Wall Up and Pain Sup. I wasn't full health, but we got it. And the mage lived. Okay, we should be able to go execute, then Mind Blast here. Fade was a little early if I was critiquing myself. Boss down. I think one way you can bait yourself is playing Fade way too early. You want to make sure you play the Fade only after the beam comes out. That was kind of a bad habit I had to break. The beam attack is quite long of a duration. You need every bit of that Fade on you. Okay, I have both the big ones targeted for easy dotting while I was drinking. I just got PI. Grip the Warlock, he was selected. Could have played PI a little bit better. Let's see if I get some executes here. Executes are big here, that 5-target cleave from a Torment. There's a lot of mobs here we can hit. I think I go for a meld drink over here, but combat doesn't drop. Oh, I think it didn't drop because pets are out. Noted. Yeah. Didn't drop. Okay. Good to know if anyone plays meld. Wait for your pets to go away. Pretty sure that's what happened. Alright, for every Sunbreak with the boss, that's all we're tracking. You must play your Fade and kind of just bounce back and forth between Evangelism and nothing, I guess, really. Let's watch. Okay, Radiance into Evangelism, double proc. The Evangelism hits harder because of the mastery that way. It's already at 150, so we make it hit like, I think I'm at 20%, so it goes 170%. Well, technically I would say like 270. Okay, we have Instant Radiance. Fade as a reaction. And I think in these hide phases, good place to play defensive if you need. Okay, yeah, so watch this. You might want to replay that by a second. But we accidentally touched an egg. And I seen it happen. So heavy defense here. We're going to have 2 birds. My wall is out. I paint up myself. I'm saying a prayer mainly for the mage. I think we all live. executing the birds is a great way to pick up extra damage. But because of that, we're going right into another Sunbreak. So thankfully I had my Fade up in time. Still can't forget to play that. That was a little bit of a hard thing to bounce back from, but we do get it. I think a good example of what happens if you mess up. So you don't want to touch eggs, but you can salvage it, at least at this level. Okay, this is my uppies round. I was about to say I should have played Evangelism, but getting uppies going. Okay. I think this is Evangelism, which might suck because the bird runs. Whatever. I used my Desperate Prayer there. We just didn't really need it. And I hate that you can't attack them when they're dead like that. Okay, press Fade. I have an Instant Radiance played as a reaction. Execute Mind Blast Penance for all of the torments. Sub 20, playing Execute first is really nice. At least when the pet spawns like it's supposed to. And right here I was going for another pro grip save. I think as a priest, use friendly nameplates so you can see your allies. Helps a lot with gripping. Watch the Warlock. Ooh. So apparently though, apparently he was doing it for strat, and I was just too trigger happy for a hero moment. But yeah, friendly nameplates. I don't know how else to maximize life grip. Leap of Faith. But yeah, friendly nameplates helps you see who to grab. And then I pair that with the grid 2, the color, obviously. So I saw the purple one, I grabbed the purple one. Okay. Skull set on the elemental. 1 dot, 1 penance. I have Evangelism upcoming. PI is ready. Radiance into Evangelism. Getting all of that extra value. Watching bleeds and party. Getting the DH flash heals. Paints up on the tank there. And I think what I was doing, it might not have been this pull, it might have been another one. But the point of tracking their defensives, I would say a lot of the times, is to, like right now he has Bark Skin up. If I were to pain sup him, I would try and wait for the Bark Skin to drop off.
I simply wish you had lasted.
And I definitely wanted to see that in replay, and I forgot it happened until right then. But I blame Blizzard. I could have seen it, but the graphic for the attack that killed me, I think went into the floor. You can check me, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So what I would say right here is if you're playing with a Disc Priest, the mage should have gotten in range at the precipice of the stairs. I could Radiance the mage and it would atone all of us and heal. It's hard to coordinate that, but if I were a mage, what I would have done is put myself in range of the healer so he can have somebody to heal off of from 40 yards away. 1 dot, 1 penance. Have Evangelism. 3 target cleave. I went ahead and played it. I'm thinking we have 5 deaths on the clock. We had a rough first boss. Even though the Evangelism doesn't get like hella play here. We need to gain any time we can, play one more spell, you know. Okay, we just got PI. A couple natural dots. Offensive penance for dot spread. We have uppies 2 coming up. Yeah, Radiance into uppies. There was no threat here, but I'm just trying to get it rolling. Set our focus on the big one. defensive dots for dot spread. Fade because I saw them coming in. More offensive penance. I'm likely to throw a couple natural dots. Yep. I was almost going to save on this mage. But that was a friendly paints up. Love them. Meld that off. We needed a little help. Here goes Evangelism for some more help. Switching targets for my dots. Switch my targets, grabbed and execute for once. I think everyone should play Meld, just saying. I mean, the mage is number 1 on damage, but he just cannot stay alive. Okay, anytime there's a bird is focus. Uh-oh. I need to kill that other guy. Okay, spammed for my defensives. So this is going to be a chain, and I'm pretty sure the best play is, even though there's an elemental here, bird is focus. So there goes Skull, hoping the team plays along. Just got PI 2. Guys out. Oof, lost some dot spread. Try to ping that ball for everybody. Picked. Okay, we have Evangelism. I don't think I played it this late. But we did get an execute into Mind Blast Penance to torment with. A redot Death and Penance to get the expiation too. Okay, and then spam drink. We have 4.5 minutes to go. The boss isn't even spawned. This is tight. We do time it. And the only boss timer I'm tracking is the Scorching Ray. You can see them ahead of time on your bars. And I'm pretty sure the mage here is my problem child. This whole fight too. Okay, just got one charge of paints up. So something I think about is like, who's had too many of these in a row? The mage, so he took a paints up. I'm picked. Go ahead and play defensive plus a defensive penance. Playing Desperate Prayer early, not a bad idea. You get multiples. We should have an uppies here too. Bird. Good idea to smite it. I wish I had Void Blasts. Okay, that was my health potion. That gets me through a round. I'm picked again. Fade and a defensive penance. This looks about like every other penance I'm changing between offense and defense. For the record, my keybind for that's the same. I just use click. A little confusing to explain and understand, but like, if I use my keybind on a frame, it'll go like mouse over. If I use the same keybind off a frame, it's offensive. Makes it really nice to have like the same keybind for the same spell, just where I click it determines if it's offense or defense. Okay, Evangelism, I had Hella Torments there, 3 pets were out, plus Mind Blast Penance. I had a Void Shield there, I was waiting for the attack to go out. Okay, Mage is picked again, I see he has a defensive running. Go ahead and give him a defensive penance though. Can't afford a death right now. That was a weird Desperate Prayer. accident. Death, Mind Blast, Penance, 3 Pets Tormenting. Pretty nice. Okay, picked again. And they're just going to let me die.
You won't be so lucky next time.
But that was pretty easy, even playing Torment Oracle. It boosts your DPS output by about 10,000 DPS per second. Or I guess that's redundant. About 10,000 DPS. You don't have to drink as much, which I think is a big game changer. But I definitely can see as I get into higher keys going shield build, I'll have a lot of value and really get people through keys. But yeah, what the hell is with that mage? Do fire mages just not have good defense? Was that on my bad? I don't know. But check me out on Medify, WoW Coaching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Super thanks. And memberships are open on the YouTube now. Say a prayer for me tomorrow as I film this dance piece. I will pass it your way when it's complete, if we make it. And until next time, Disc out.